Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Vishal. Today I'm going to speak to you about FHSA program, First Home Saving Account. Now, what is First Home Saving Account? Same like RRSP and TFSA, it's a registered account. Now, let's say who qualify. There are several requirements to qualify for FHSA. However, you're considered first-time home buyer if you are Canadian resident, age from 18 to 71 years, and you did not live in a home that you own or your spouse in that house for the last 4 years. Now, do you know that if you have had a house long time back and you have not lived in that house, let's say you sold that house for some reason and you did not live in that house for 4 years, you're renting the house, now you're planning to buy a house for the first time to live there as your principal resident, you are qualified for FHSA. You don't know that, right? Probably you were confused. Maybe you had to sell the house that 6 years, 10 years back and you thought this program is not for you because you are not a first-time home buyer. But that is not true. If you are not living in a house for the last 4 years, and if you don't own the house, and now you're buying a house as your principal resident, then you are qualified. And this program helps you to save $8,000 per year with a maximum limit of $40,000 and a span of 15 years. You can keep that money in that account for 15 years, but if you do not use it, you have to withdraw that money and pay the taxes. Other option you have is that you can transfer that money towards your RRSP. But are you willing to contribute and not buy a house in 15 years? It is very unlikely. That said, today you have this reminder to start saving in this tax season for your FHSA account. And if you're a first-time home buyer, you have a chance to go save some taxes for yourself. Now, what if you do not use this money? If you don't use this money, you have two conditions. The contribution to FHSA, you can contribute up to $8,000 annually, up to maximum $40,000. After 15 years, if you do not use that money, you have to close the account. If you don't buy a house, any unused savings in your FHSA may be transferred to RRSP, but that's up to you. If you want to withdraw it, then you have to pay taxes. Otherwise, you have to put in RRSP. The costs have to remain the same. That becomes your RRSP contribution. Or else, if you are in need of money in between somewhere, it can be withdrawn as a taxable income. At that time, that tax are applicable based on your income in that year. What do you want to do? You're saving for your house. Why don't you invest in the house? But start saving today. $8,000 all it takes to save for your house, and that money is tax-free on top of your RRSP contributions, on top of your TFSA contribution. So let's say you contribute some extra money in your FHSA. What happened then? You will ask to pay a penalty of 1% per month on the highest contribution you have. If you're allowed for $8,000, you invest $10,000, you're going to pay 1% per month for extra $2,000. That's what you will do. So don't invest over the limit. Just invest within the limit, otherwise you will end up paying penalties. Now, what happens if you want to withdraw within 15 years? You can withdraw amounts from your RRSPs under the home buyer plan and make a qualification withdrawn from your first-time home saving account. For the same qualifying home, you can withdraw from RRSP or FHSA as long as you meet all the conditions for each plan at the time of each withdrawal. Closing your FHSA, your contribution participation periods begin when you open your first FHSA accounts and end at the 31st of December after 15 years of that date. There are two conditions. You have to close that account when you turn 15 years from the time of opening, or else when you turn 71, or else if you open it today, we are in 2024, you have to close it in 2039, means after 15 years, you will be forced to close that account. You cannot keep it. Worst case scenario, you can transfer that money to RRSP, but you have to understand that that contribution has to be within the limits of RRSP contribution. For more information on eligibility, please consult the official Government of Canada website. First time home savings account webpage will teach you a lot of things. So please go ahead, read about it, start saving for your home. And if you need any help to buy or sell, my number is 416-459-1209 and my email is contact@vishalsagar.ca. I will see you soon. Thank you so much.